Managing your money with your family can be challenging, but it doesn't have to be. So in this video, we hope to give you some useful tips on how to manage your money with regards to your family dynamic. My name is Carmen.
And I'm Darius. And there's no way of getting around managing money as a team, because it's a team that's going to make sure your family continue to prosper long after you're gone. That's the whole purpose of money and being able to manage it. Because I know there's a lot of times that I hear, well, I wasn't no trust fund baby, or nobody left me anything. That doesn't have to be you and the role you play for your family.
So when we talk about family, everyone's family dynamic is different. When I say family, I mean Darius and myself, and then we're also considering our oldest daughter in this situation. So the idea behind this is Darius and I have to come to the table and have conversations about money, because for us, we look at this as a business, right? It isn't Darius and Carmen LLC, but it is managing our household income in an organized fashion. And that's what families need to start doing and having these conversations, because we see a lot of times it seems like if it's a spouse relationship, they're either working independently or they're somewhat working together, but not really talking about the ins and outs, expenses, income, what's coming in, what's going out, and how they want to take their income to the next level. So again, in this video, we'll share a few tips on how you all can start coming together and being successful with it.
It's very important for you to have these conversations, because if the heads of the household are a little confused or on a different page, then that confusion is going to pass on to the next generation, and they're going to have confusion going throughout their life of money, because our first understanding of teachings of money come from our parents, what we're surrounded by. I know that's the case for both Carmen and I. Our understanding of money didn't come from school, it came from our parents.
And this is the first point. So for the first point is understanding where you all are coming from, and we're telling you from experience. so learn from this quickly, because we came from two very different mindsets when it came to money, and that was a struggle of trying to have a conversation with somebody who might as well be in Antarctica, right? Because I'm not saying you, Darius, I'm just saying in general. Because the idea is, if I have a very firm stance in investing, and Darius has a very firm stance in savings, you all will always be at odds because you can't come together. So first and foremost, I think it's important for you all to talk about what you saw in your household from a money standpoint, and how that made an impression on you and how you operate with money today. So just having that conversation, because it's also going to allow the other person to see into your view as far as how you are looking at money, and that can help take away some of the drama that comes with the disagreements with money.
Yeah, it'll help you better communicate amongst the two of you, because when it comes to the conversation of money, there may be some fear there.
Oh yeah.
And understanding the roots of where this person comes from financially, it'll help you get around some of those barriers to have a more meaningful conversation and a more powerful conversation about the finances and what you guys want to accomplish together. Because again, this is a team.
Yeah. And what we forget too is when we come into a relationship dealing with your family dynamics, we already have been taught for 20 plus, 30 plus years, however long we've been ingrained with a certain behavior. And sometimes we don't even know it. It's so deep and subconscious in our being that we don't even know that it's there. And it can come up in different situations and how you all transact money just based off of those subconscious beliefs. So go ahead and have those conversations, think about it, write it out, have a discussion about it, and even talk. Do you even think that this is legit anymore, right? Just because you saw your parents do it, does that mean that that's what you want to continue doing? Yes, no, maybe. So have that conversation amongst the family so that you all can move forward and know that, yes, I want to continue with these principles, or no, I want to change it. And if you want to change it, then the second step is for you to start educating yourself and understanding what is it that you want to do. What does financial freedom look like for you and your family?
Yeah, it's very important for you to understand what your end goal is, so that you can have a common goal, because you may have two different ways of getting to that goal, but as long as you get to the same spot, or trying to get to the same spot, you have some commonality amongst you, where you can't say, oh, you did this or did something different. You can't point the finger, but you can say, hey, we're trying to accomplish this one goal together. We're trying to get to this point. How we get there is we're going to figure out along the journey. That's a part of embracing the journey. That's a part of embracing the journey, but make sure you have a common goal, because the things that you can agree on together is what's going to hold you, is what's going to be a why to continue moving forward in this direction.
Absolutely. So those are, it sounds easy, but it can be challenging to get the train leaving the station, especially just having conversations as couples. So I challenge you all to try to make money conversations not emotional. Whoo, is that a tip? I don't know who said that money has to be emotional, but boy, do we take on emotion when we talk about money, and it doesn't have to be. This is a numbers game, folks. So if you can just look at the numbers as far as like, this number needs to be able to go here so that I can accomplish this goal, look at it more as a game as opposed to just you did this, and having emotion around it. It is just a numbers game, and the more you all can come together and be focused, you can play the game together. How about that? Something Darius said earlier about confusion. If there is confusion amongst the heads of the household, then the confusion is going to show in your bank account. So if you are not happy with your bank account, it's because there is confusion happening amongst the heads of the household and you all aren't playing on the same team. Once your bank account starts looking good and nice how you want it, that means that everyone's coming together and playing the game together.
Are you looking for a life insurance policy specifically designed to help you accomplish your financial goals?
And if you have a policy, or if you're looking for more education, would you like to be a part of a community with like-minded individuals who are all using life insurance to accomplish their financial goals? If so, click on the link below. We would love for you to join the Wealth Nation Money School.
Now, the next thing is to make sure that you include everyone in the household, because everyone plays a part. We go back to what we said earlier, that we inherited our understanding of finances where it wasn't intentional. Make financial education intentional in your household, because what your children have is going to be what you give them mentally, financially. Is going to be what you give them. So make sure you're intentional about what they see and the experiences that they have, and make sure they have experiences that are positive, because they're going to take that with them until they can make better decisions and understanding, okay, I need to get this education, or I need to get this information around my finances specifically. Help them get started.
Absolutely. And again, going back to creating goals together, you can never start too young with your children. We have our 3-year-old in money conversations. You can never start too young or start too old. Bring everybody together so that they can have ownership, because at the end of the day, if money has to be spent, it's going to be spent by somebody. So you all might as well be on the same page.
Right. And when we say we have our 3-year-old in the conversation, we just make sure that she's present so she can see our dynamic as we talk about these topics of our personal finances or even our business. We just want her there to see our energy and see that we're actively having these conversations. She's not actually included in it because she's 3, but we just want to make sure that she's there and she can see our dynamic and how we calmly talk about our expenses.
Absolutely. So we're going to leave you with just those few points, because there's a lot in this sandwich, folks. So we are actually going to have a series of how to manage money and your family, in addition to understanding the whole dynamic that Darius and I talk about on the Wealth Nation channel about dealing with life insurance. So, right, we got to get the household straight first, get y'all's numbers in order, get that savings, tucked away, so that you can start having other conversations like life insurance and how the whole family is going to move when you have life insurance transactions coming into play in your financial realm.
Yeah, that's important, because banks start from families. And if you're a family, you have the potential to create your own system.
Yes.
Now, that's a conversation for later. If you want to get a head start on getting information about creating your own family bank, then check out our next video where we talk about lifestyle banking.
And don't forget to own your own lifestyle.
Or someone else will.